Alright, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the follow-up episode of the J-Grand Prix. What was supposed to be Hearts Champion 2024 is no longer, as winning the J-Grand Prix this year was none other than the leader of the withering, BLACKHEART Saitoh, and she will get her own pay-per-view, baby. That's fucking right. Forget Hearts Champion. This year, we've got BLACKHEART's champion, because main eventing the pay-per-view in tonight's episode will be BLACKHEART Saitoh getting her World Championship match, the prize for winning the J-Grand Prix. In the pay-per-view with now her namesake, she will take on Etsuko Arihyoshi for the 5SSW World Championship. That's happening tonight. We are also... Here, Akira has joined the Icon Idols on the last edition of the series. So there's the Icon Idols. And I've also made an official logo for the Quad Squad. The Quad Squad I've just had given them the Chica's Locust logo. But now, there's the Quad Squad logo. Hopefully it's on my GDS forums page by the time this episode's uploaded. If you're watching this live, it's not there. I'm sorry. But, hopefully I remember to put it up there. If I don't, just leave a comment, and then I'll be like, oh, fuck, and then I'll go and do it when I can. But yeah, here's the Quad Squad. They got a logo now. That's awesome. Other than that, I don't really think there's anything confirmed. Everything else is going to get pre-booked and booked during tonight's episode. So... Koin Momotani's really mad at me because this motherfucker had the balls to ask for a pay rise, and he is by far our worst referee. So, honestly, if he quits, he'd be doing me a favor. So, Koin Momotani... Oh, fuck, wait a minute. Isn't he... Oh, I fucked up big time. I think he's dating Miwako. Oh, I fucked up big time. Oh, shit. Oh, I should have given him the money. What is wrong with me? Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, that's a very, very good way to start the episode. I've pissed off Koin Momotani's boyfriend. Great. Let's pretend like that didn't happen and get into the first episode. BLACKHEART Tour, day number 1 is here. We, of course, are going to be kicking off the non-Young Lion matches with the Woman of Honor herself, BLACKHEART Saitoh, teaming up with Paige Croft against some girls on some touring contracts. Ooh, I'm sure you saw them during my mental breakdown with Koin Momotani. But, yeah, so we, of course, are having BLACKHEART booked, and the rest of the Withering are main eventing tonight's show as they take on Etsuko and the Rose Queens. It will be Killer Cass, Romy and Say versus Etsuko and the Rose Queens, main eventing tonight's show. But of course, before all that, we have to get our young... Oh, I almost... Okay. Zophia's being used too much on this show. Ooh. Can't have that happen. Especially now that we're medium. Alright, can I give another minute to something? Can I give another minute to this? I think I can. Okay. Alright, cool. Sorry. Alright. So we kick things off with the Young Lions, Nozomi and Rihanna taking on Yukiko and Akira. 54 to kick things off. Yukiko got a 60. They have good chemistry. Oh, shit. I might have done the right thing by putting Akira in Icon Idols. Okay. Cook. But 54 for the first one. The second one, nope. Alright. Oh, fuck, that's right. I can't do this anymore. Oh, man. We're medium now. We can't do unimportance versus unimportance. Great. I forgot about that. Oh, and we're going to be getting some pretty hefty penalties in terms of productions because I am scared to upgrade it until I know we can make money. You know, I've been traumatized since the beginning of the save for injuries and financial things, so we will slowly be upgrading our production values the more we, the more time goes on, so we're just gonna be seeing some penalties. Hopefully by final attack, I will be confident in our financial stability to, upgrade everything to match Pride, because that's what we have to do now, but, Every time I upgrade, I'll let you guys know. So a 37 for that, and a 58 for Ayano versus Monster Ishimura. Monster Ishimura did great, because Monster Ishimura, probably the biggest success story of the save, undoubtedly. But we kick off the show with a 70 rated match as Anti-Passion, Blackheart Saitoh, and Paige Croft defeat the team of Lily and Rose in 13 minutes and 35 seconds when the Woman of Honor, Blackheart Saitoh, hits the Flying Tiger Knee on Kate Lily and gets the victory. And she has a quick promo afterwards just essentially saying, "This is destiny. I am finally going to fulfill my destiny. I've won the World Championship 3 other times, but when I win it, this time, I'm doing it on my own terms. I'm not doing it trying to please anybody else. Fuck Heart Saitoh. Heart Saitoh was a coward that only got the opportunities she got because she pandered to the people she needed to pander to. Blackheart Saitoh doesn't pander to anybody. Blackheart takes what she wants and takes what she deserves. Paige Croft takes what she wants and takes what she deserves. The Withering take and do not give anything back. And at the pay-per-view, at Blackheart's champion, I will fulfill my destiny and take that 5 SSW World Championship on my own fucking time. 59 for that angle. Next match is a 4v4 as the Queens of the Damned and Wounded Warriors take on Best Evers, Shiori Japensha, Asami Okubo, and The Uprising. 67 rated match, decent enough. They didn't go to steal the show, so it wasn't going to get a great rating. Kaori with a 60 is fucking nuts. But yeah, everybody did well here tonight. And afterwards, I forgot to check on the other ones. Good. After the match, Shiori Japensha says, well, this tour, I'm not able to challenge for the title because Blackheart Saitoh won the J-Grand Prix. The train's gonna keep on rolling, baby. And after, whether or not it's Etsuko or Blackheart, it doesn't matter. The train's gonna keep on rolling, and Best Ever's gonna take that and then she is cut off by her own bodyguard, Selena Svelte, and Talia Quinzel. Talia holds the microphone down on her arm, and Selena starts to talk, and they say, Shiori, me and Talia gave up a huge opportunity for you. We withdrew from the J-Grand Prix to help you, okay? And we will continue to help you. However, you need to help us. We did a huge favor for you, and it's time you repay it. We want you to help us get a World Tag Team title match. We can do the heavy lifting. We'll beat Birds of Prey. We need you to do your classic Shiori shit and get us that title match at the pay-per-view. And they walk away, and Shiori, clearly upset. She has a problem with losing authority, but she doesn't, have an outburst. She knows not to shit where she eats, and she just lets the Uprising walk away, and I guess that's what Shiori's gonna do. She's gonna help the Uprising get a World Tag Team title match. The next match gets a 75 as Chicas Locas, Miwako Maya, and Lady Lotus defeat Chieko Kita and the Termination in 20 minutes and 45 seconds when Miwako Katsukawa pinned Unstoppable Tai. Good match here. Maya's fucking cracked. What's new? And our main event sees the Withering fall short in the main event as the world champion Etsuko Arihyoshi and the Rose Queens defeat Romy, Sei, and Killer Cass in 19 minutes and 24 seconds. Etsuko Arihyoshi locked in the Arihyoshi lockdown on Romy Yamato to get the victory. Killer Cass was the weak link. Her popularity will rise soon. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, that is the main event. Despite it being Blackheart's tour, Etsuko is still not going down without a fight. 74 for that segment, and we have a couple of angles on the post-show. The first one being Venomous confronting Akira. They say that, Akira, you might have gotten the victory at the pay-per-view, but if you think that that's going to stop the Withering from coming after you, betraying us, joining the most despicable and disgusting group in 5SSW, our arch rivals, Icon Idols, you got another thing coming for you. 43 for that segment. Sei Akutagawa is getting interviewed or talking or whatever backstage when Lady Lotus interrupts and she says, Sei, both of us may have been unsuccessful in the J-Grand Prix, but I had one huge success. A clean victory over the All-Asian champion. Now, if I were a matchmaker, if my All-Asian champion lost in a tournament to somebody, that person would get a championship match. So Sayaka Tagawa, you better strap that belt as tight as you can around your waist, because at Blackheart's champion, I'm gonna take that All-Asian title from you, and then I'm gonna go into the next pay-per-view, and I'm gonna take the Triangle Championship from Zofia Jankovic, and I'm gonna come out with 2 championships. Say, you better buckle up, because I'm coming for your strap. 54 for that segment, and the final angle is an angle with Otsun and Devil Karubi, where Otsun, I think I've mentioned it already. If I haven't, then Otsun announced her retirement about 90 days ago, and that means that she is retiring very, very soon, and she wants to retire in the promotion. She wants to have her final match in the promotion that she built the majority of her career on. She spent almost all of her career wrestling for 5SSW, and she wants to have her final match at the pay-per-view of Blackheart's champion. And Devil says that the 5SSW management want the exact same thing. They have nothing but appreciation and respect and gratitude for what Otsun has done for her company and what she has been able to do for herself with their company. So, at the pay-per-view, opening the show, Otsun Tsumura will have her retirement match. The opponent is yet to be named, but we announced that she will get a singles retirement match at the pay-per-view. 57 for that heartwarming gimmick. 68 overall. I mean, like, we got a decent penalty from this. 68 for that, I'm not mad at that. If we can hit 60s with that penalty, I'm fine. $12,000 at the gate, beautiful stuff. I think the kickoff to Blackheart's Champion Tour was a resounding success. Alright, tour day number 2 of the Blackheart Tour. Last year we got a 71. Probably not happening again. Main event of tonight is something I totally remember. I know that we have another edition of Green Lockdown versus the Withering, as Anti-Passion and Sayaka Tagawa are going to take on, I think it's Maki Yoshifumi and the Rose Queens. Etsuko has the night off. She is not here tonight, but yeah, she's good. Main event is Apex and Yu Hashimoto. So Birds of Prey and Yu Hashimoto, they are gonna take on Chieko and the Termination. So that is main eventing tonight. But we, of course, are kicking off with our Young Lion matches, as the first one gets a 62, as the Uprising defeat Rihanna Smale. Is it Smale or Small? I don't think anyone's told me yet. I'm not sure. It's going to be Smale until I'm corrected. Rihanna Smale and Sayo Baisote lost to the Uprising, 62. 60 for Ayano Kadawaka and Mitsu Momotani, losing to Down to the Mat. Hoshiko Tagawa almost got a fucking 70. Crazy work. How did that happen? And a 58 for a Shiori Japensha singles Young Lion match. Fuck yeah. But we kick off our non-Young Lion matches with a 4v4 involving the Icon Idols and the Foreigners, as Akira Arisato and the Persian Queens defeat the Queens of the Damned and Lillian Rose. Good performance from everyone involved. Akira still trying to get over, but other than that, good performances. Queen Amazon did really well. That's nice. But afterwards, Yuma Maruya calls out the Withering. She says, look, I saw what Venomous said to my newest trainee, my newest underling, Akira. And I respond with a fucking bring it. Because when you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Blackheart, I know you thought that I was only in it for myself, but I'm not. Because if the Withering comes after Akira, not only am I, but also Megumi, Eri, Yukiko, Sakura, Machiko, we're all going to back her up, just like we did for you, Blackheart. But because you didn't have the title, because you didn't have the championships you want, you held that against me, and Meg, and Eri Sato. You blamed me for your shortcomings, and I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing, and that is backing up my people. So again, Withering, You want some? Come fucking get some. 59 for that promo. The next match gets a 62 as Michiko, fucking 74. Holy crap. Kaori, I gotta show you guys. I probably already had this epiphany, but I'm having it again. Kaori is fucking incredible. When did she get this good? Everybody playing 5SSW, sign this woman. She is great. She gets so great. Look at that. Look at this. Look at the development. Oh my god. Oh my lord. But yeah, in a 62 rated match, Apex's Monster Ishimura and the Wounded Warriors defeat Otsu Sumura and High Fly Royalty. Monster Ishimura pinned Yukiko Matsumara with the Running Butt Avalanche, and she turns her attention immediately to Otsu Sumura, and she says, Otsu, I didn't forget. I didn't forget you stealing a victory and stealing a chance for me to make it to the playoffs of the J-Grand Prix. You pulled a fast one on me, and you beat me in the J-Grand Prix. And you're retiring? You want your final retirement match to be in our company? Then come right ahead. Because there's nothing that I want more right now than to retire you for good. You pulled a fast roll-up. You pulled some sneaky bullshit and thought you were going to get away with it. Newsflash, Otsun, you won't. Because when you go into the Blackheart's Champion pay-per-view, I'm going to make sure it's a retirement match. 53, Otsun versus Monster Ishimura is the official retirement match for the pay-per-view. 53 rated segment. A 76 for our semi-main as the Withering continue their momentum going here in the namesake tour of Blackheart Tour as they get the victory over Green Lockdown's Maki, Zofia, and Thea Davis. 76 rated match, really good stuff. Blackheart Saitoh pinned Thea Davis with the Flying Tiger Knee and then does some more taunting, talking to Thea Davis, talking about Etsuko, saying, your fearless leader is so terrified she couldn't be here tonight, and I have just proven that you will all fall when you come to me. The Rose Queens have been a team for what? Years in 5SSW now, and what do you have to show for it? Nothing. No singles gold. The only singles gold is Zofia's championship, Thea. All you have to your namesake is an I almost did it. I almost beat Miwako. Tell your boss to meet me next week because I want a real fucking challenge. 63 for that segment. Main event gets an 81 as when we doubt, what do? We Birds of Prey it out. Was Jemmy off her game? What the fuck was that? A 68? What the hell was that? A 68? From Jemmy. Oh no. Holding back? Oh, no shit. Right, the spinal impact. Okay, that's right. Hashimoto got an 84. Whatever. 81 for our main event as Apex defeat Green Lockdown in 19 minutes and 47 seconds. Fuyuko Higa pinning Unstoppable Tai with the Higa Green Driver for the victory. And after the match, Yu Hashimoto says, look, I might have came this close to winning my first J-Grand Prix and this close to going and taking that world title from your boss, Etsuko Arihyoshi. But if you think that I'm going to let this setback prevent my overall mission of tearing Green Lockdown down to the ground, you are surely mistaken. Chieko, you know Etsuko better than any of us, and you and I both know that she's scared with the eventual day that I'm coming for that world title. Whether or not she's got it or not, I'm coming for her. And eventually, mid-promo, Maki Yoshifumi's music hits and she interrupts and she calls out her former tag team partner. She says, I left Apex to get away from you. I left it to avoid you. I broke up our tag team because I was tired of carrying you around. And here you are, not being able to forget it. You say this is all about Etsuko. I know this is about me. I know that you want to end my success. You, Hashimoto, you're nothing but a selfish prick. You've always been a selfish prick. And at the pay-per-view, you're not facing Etsuko. You're going to be facing me. And you, Hashimoto, says, look, Maki, I've got nothing but disrespect for you. I respect you so little. But since Etsuko's busy and I'm not getting a world title match, I'd be more than happy to put you in your place just like I did last time we went one-on-one. And there's another singles match set for the pay-per-view. Torment and Sorrow are going at it for the second time in a singles match at Blackheart's Champion. 65 for that segment. That's how we end the main show, but we have some post-show press conferences. The first one being Zofia Jankovic saying, look, I heard Lady Lotus's plan on the last show. She's going to go into Blackheart's Champion, win the All-Asian Championship, and then come after my title. That's a very solid plan, except for the part where I've already beaten you twice. You're not beating me. And the ball's on you to think that you're gonna get a title match in advance. I'm gonna make sure that not only you don't walk away with this title, I'm gonna make sure personally that you don't walk away with the All-Asian title. 54 rated angle. Paige Croft cuts a promo where she essentially says, Yuma, be careful what you wish for. Because now that you've cordially invited the Withering into your home, we will be more than happy to quote-unquote bring it. 47 for her angle, and the final angle being Birds of Prey get jumped by the Uprising and Shiori Japensha. We were not sure if Shiori Japensha would, in fact, help the Uprising get a World Tag Team title shot, but during Fuyuko Higa and Jemi Onishi's press conference, they were jumped by the Uprising and Shiori, so it seems very, very clear that Shiori will be helping the Uprising get a World Tag Team title match at the pay-per-view. They have not gotten one yet, they still gotta earn it, but with their boss, Shiori, focusing her attention on taking out Birds of Prey with them, who knows? 60 for the final show. Holy fuck. I think we'll be fine. 74 with the penalties. Oh, wow. Beautiful stuff. $12,000 gate. Good shit. We need Hokkaido. Come on, Hokkaido. Let's get over in Hokkaido. Night 3 of the Blackheart Tour is upon us, and it is the first confrontation, or the first physical confrontation, that Blackheart Saitoh and Etsuko Arihyoshi will be having on this tour, as they are going one-on-one in a trios match in tonight's main event. It will be Anti-Passion, Blackheart, Page, and Romy Yamato taking on the team formerly known as Team Sub. We can't refer to it as that. So Chieko, Etsuko, and Maki Yoshifumi of Green Lockdown. So yeah, but before we can get into that fun main event, we of course have our Young Lion matches, and we kick off the show with a 45 rated segment from Bulk and Blue, defeating Ayano and Nozomi with the Aqua Muscle Stomp. Kinye got the victory, 45, good enough way to open the show. The following contest got a 60, as it involves the Rose Queens. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that 69 rating? You see how it's better than Thea Dave's? Do you know all the shit I had to hear about, oh, 64, why are you pushing Zofia? I don't care that my chat apologized. I'm going to take so many goddamn I told you so victory laps. I'm going to take so many. 60 for this match. Rose Queens win in 8 minutes and 10 seconds. And the final Young Lion match was a 46, as Killer Cast defeats Sayo by Sotai in 7:44. We kick off the non-Young Lion matches with a 3v3 between the Withering and Chicas Locas, where the Chicas get the victory, defeating the Withering. Maya, Miko, and Lady Lotus defeated Venomous and Sei Akutagawa in 12:55 when Miko Miyoshi pinned Spider Isaka with the Miyoshi Cradle. And Lady Lotus has scored another victory, even though neither woman was involved in the finish. Lady Lotus has now scored another victory over Sei Akutagawa, and she is trying to rub this in her face when Zofia Jankovic interrupts, and she says, Lady Lotus, you're a fraud, you're a fake, a phony, a raceroni jabroni, you are nothing, alright? I've beaten you twice, and somehow you are challenging for the All-Asian Championship. On principle alone, I am not letting this happen. On my own personal disdain towards you, I am not letting this match happen. I am going to make sure that you lose this match to Sayaka Utagawa if you can even make it to it. And Lady Lotus says, I have beaten you before. Despite what you think, I have beaten you before. I just haven't beaten you when it mattered the most. When your title was on the line, I had come up short. I can beat you, and if you're going to stand in my way to get the All-Asian title, then maybe I'll take that Triangle title first. And, altercation between these three, pretty much. A 58 rated segment here. The following contest gets a 65 as Kiyomi Mizuka teams with the Queens of the Damned to job to Miwako. Because what the fuck else would you do? As Miwako went down to the mat. Holy fuck, Queen Amazon got a 50. God damn. Miwako and down to the mat win in 13 minutes and 8 seconds. Miwako's great. I wanted to book her. 65 for this show, this match. Our semi-main is a 4v4 where the fans were turned off by the finish because it seemed that Ai Kira, she had a house of fire. It looked like she was going to upset everybody. Everybody, like, okay, Ai Kira is good. People know Ai Kira is good. We know she's credible. But it looked as if she was about to beat Shiori Japencha until Killer Cass, thanks to Best Ever and Icon Idols all brawling on the outside. Nobody was at the apron. The referee was, he had his eyes going everywhere. He had no idea what was going on. Who was the referee? It was, Kazuko. Poor Kazuko had way too much to keep track of. Killer Cass was able to run in, lay out Ai Kira, and allow Shiori Japencha to easily lock in the Japencha leg lock and make her tap. Paige Croft said, you want us to come for Ai Kira? We're coming for Ai Kira, and they have launched the first missile in this war. 62 rated match, best ever win. And our main event gets a 69 as the Withering remain, or at least not the Withering, but Blackheart Saitoh. I don't know why I wanted to say Paige. Blackheart Saitoh remains undefeated on her namesake tour as she now picks up her first victory against the world champion Etsuko Arihyoshi as she pins Chieko Kita in 20 minutes and 41 seconds with the Flying Tiger knee, and she comes out on top and she stands over Etsuko. Etsuko is trying to get up. The ref hands Etsuko's belt to her as she's going to grab it. Blackheart steps right on her hand, holding it, pinning it down, and she says, take good care of this title, because if this tour is any indication of what's going to happen when we meet at the pay-per-view, you're going to say goodbye to this title. You might have just won this title not that long ago, but you are going to be proven to be a fraudulent champion. When somebody steps in the way of Blackheart Saitoh, somebody falls. And the bigger they are, the harder they fall. You are on the biggest mountain you possibly can be on. And when I make you fall, I'm going to cause a fucking avalanche. 58 rated segment. That's how we end the main show. We have some post-show press conference angles. The first one being Yuma Maruya coming right into Paige Croft and Killer Cass's face, saying, look, we told you to bring it. This was a new low. When we said bring it, we thought you were going to bring it, not pull some cheap bullshit. Alright, not pull. And as she's like talking, Ai Kira comes running in. She is pissed. She runs in, fist, guns blazing, just swinging for the fences. Yuma has to hold her back. Ai Kira, she's got some fire under her. Now that she's graduated from the young lion phase, we can give her some character. And her character is going to be that she's got a very short temper. And when things go wrong, she's going to start going fist first. So she comes fist first at Paige Croft and Killer Cass. Yuma has to hold her back. And she says, Paige, when we said bring it, we meant bring it like a fucking wrestler, not a coward. Tonight's actions were like cowards. Bring it to us next week. Show us that you're actual competitors and not a couple of face-painted emo cowards. 46 for this segment. The next one sees Devil Karubi announcing a match for the next tour show. Zofia, even though Zofia has not earned a title match, Lady Lotus and Zofia Yankovic have agreed to a stipulation where Lady Lotus would love a chance to get the Triangle Championship. So, on the next tour show, These two women will go one-on-one. We will have a singles match. Lady Lotus versus Sophia. If Lady Lotus can win, then she will be guaranteed a Triangle Championship match at the Hall of Fame pay-per-view, the following pay-per-view. However, if Sophia can win, then she will be added to the All-Asian Championship match. Lady Lotus is wagering an easier match for a triple threat if it means that she will get a Triangle Championship match. Potentially, the All-Asian title match will be a Triangle Championship match, or will Lady Lotus get her title back, potentially, at the next pay-per-view. Our final angle sees Fuyuko Higa and Gemi Onishi confronting Best Ever backstage, just saying, look, if you think jumping us when we least expect it is going to prove anything, it's not. You want a title match? You actually have to earn it. But we are not in the mood for giving out fucking title matches like it's a fucking charity, alright? Next week, you get one chance, and one chance only. It's going to be us two and Monster Ishimura versus you two and any member of Best Ever that you want. Trios match, and if you girls can win, you'll get your title match. Otherwise, it's over. You aren't getting shit. And we will put you 6 feet underground, which is 50 feet below the fucking level that we are on. So, what does that mean, 64? Great question. 63 for the overall show. Very close to a 64 rated show. That would have been nice. $12,000 gate, good enough. We didn't no popularity boosts. I did forget to mention this. I almost forgot it again. Turns out, thanks to Mr. Kid Coheed on the chat, I was keeping Koin Momotani around for absolutely no reason. I misread what had happened. I knew Miwako was dating some guy in our backstage. I had mixed it up with Koin Momotani because Koin Momotani was recently dating Makiyoshi Fumi, but they had broken up. And I thought that he had then started dating Miwako, but instead, Miwako is not dating Koin Momotani. Miwako is dating the head booker, or not the head booker. I'm the head booker. Miwako is dating the guy that we brought in specifically to be on the booking team. And long story short, I fired Koin Momotani, and Makiyoshi Fumi was really happy about it. So I fired Koin Momotani just for the fuck of it. And in his place, we have hired a better referee by the name of Kotetsu Shinozaki. He is a few points better, and he did not ask for a pay rise and pissed me off. So there you go. Koin Momotani, I'm not going to miss you, buddy. And it is time for the midway point of the video, the tour day number 4. We are halfway through the episode, and tonight we've got a couple matches already pre-booked. Big title implications for both of these matches. As the first one, we will have a singles match between two established names here on the tour show. Does not happen often, but it's happening here as Lady Lotus takes on Zofia Jankovic, where if Zofia Jankovic can win, she will be added to the she will be added to the All-Asian title match, turning it into a triangle match. But if Lady Lotus can win, then at the following pay-per-view at Hall of Fame, she will be guaranteed to be one of the spots in a Triangle Championship match. So big implications no matter who wins that one. And then our main event, of course, Apex, Best Ever. It will be Monster and Birds of Prey versus the Uprising and Asami Okubo, where Birds of Prey said, look, you can beat us down and jump us all you want. That's not going to earn a title match. You want a title match, you got to beat us. So this is going to be your one and only chance. And if you continue to come after us after we beat you, we will then beat you so bad that the next time that anyone sees you, it's going to be at your funeral. So that's happening tonight. But what would the Blackheart Tour be without Blackheart Saitoh, as we open the show with our girl Blackheart beating Mitsu Momotani in a Young Lion match. Good way to start the show, gets a 61. The second Young Lion match sees Kiyomi Mizuka and Shiori Japensha defeat Nozomi and Sayo in 8:29. Kiyomi got the victory, locking in the inverted sleeper for the 54 rated match. But afterwards, Shiori is attempting to leave when Selena and Talia come out, and they say, from the ramp, they call out Shiori, prevent her from going back. They say, Shiori, you've done plenty of bullshit over the past couple years. We expect to smell some bullshit in our match tonight. And Shiori's like, what? And Talia's like, you know what we're saying, Shiori. We want your help. And then they walk to the back, and Shiori follows them, and Shiori a little more agitated that the Uprising are trying to, like, order her around, but again, does she want to shit where she eats? She relies on the Uprising so much, and I think the Uprising have realized this as they are trying to get her to do a little bit of dirty work, and in favor for all the dirty work that they have done since Best Ever is formed. A 58 for the final Young Lion match, as Ayano and Nozomi still have zero chemistry as tag partners. Where are they at in the... They're at 31, so again, slowly marching to a good experience. They will be a tag team no matter what. I'm not changing it. But we kick off tonight's non-Young Lion matches with a 62 rated match as the Withering fall to the Icon Idols as Akira, Machiko Matsuda, Eri Sato, and Yuma Maruya. Yuma told the Withering to face them like not cowards, and they did, and Akira gets a quick roll-up victory on Killer Cass. Huge upset here. Akira, what a surprising victory. A fucking, what'd she get? She got a 46 also. 62 rated match. Akira got the victory, and Killer Cass starts fucking losing her shit, tearing up the apron, tearing up ringside, and we have previously established that Paige Croft and Blackheart Saitoh are able to, like, tame the monster that is Killer Cass. They're able to calm her down, and Paige Croft just doesn't. She lets her go crazy, and Paige Croft also is probably pissed at the events of tonight. Our following match is the Lady Lotus Zofia Jankovic match, and it goes about 20 minutes. I think I have it going 18, actually. And Lady Lotus looks to have the victory, but before Lady Lotus can seal the deal, Zofia Jankovic's tag partner runs out, interferes in the match, prevents Lady Lotus from winning, and gift wrapping Zofia Jankovic a All-Asian Championship match. So that means that despite the circumstances, despite the fact that Thea Davis cheated for her tag team partner, Zofia is getting an All-Asian Championship match in her specialty, might I add. It is a triangle match for the All-Asian Championship. Zofia Jankovic is a triangle champion. This is her wheelhouse. She is going into the pay-per-view. A match she probably didn't earn, but one that she is getting. Can she steal the All-Asian Championship, not only from Sayaka Tagawa, but also from her arch-rival right now, Lady Lotus? 55 rated match. I'm fine with that, as it was a fuck finish. Our following contest sees Romi Yamato teaming with the Queens of the Damned to lose to Icon Idols Yukiko, Machiko, and Sakura Sada. Machiko Matsuda gets the victory in 13 minutes and 11 seconds, pinning not one of the Queens of the Damned, but pinning Romi Yamato with that run-up Rana. That run-up Rana has made many top names victims in the past. There was one Grand Prix specifically where she was able to pin Higa and Yuma and Jemmy. That run-up Rana is one of the most dangerous moves in 5SSW, and it gets the victory for her tonight. And Romi Yamato is absolutely fucking pissed as she stares daggers at High Fly Royalty as they walk to the back. But it is time for the main event, the 3v3 monster Birds of Prey taking on the Uprising and Asami Okubo. And it's not a slaughter or anything, but Birds of Prey are absolutely head and shoulders above the Uprising. At least for the night, it really seems like the Apex are just gelling much better than Asami Okubo and Selena and Talia. But despite the fact that Shiori looked upset that she was being ordered around, she caves, and she makes sure that Monster Ishimura was distracted for the finish. Talia Quinzel is able to hit the spinal trauma after Shiori Jipencha distracts Monster Ishimura, giving the Uprising the victory and giving the Uprising an undeserving world tag team title match at the pay-per-view. It will be Birds of Prey. It will be the Uprising tag team championships on the line at Blackheart's champion. 74 rated segment. Shiori Japencha helps out her girls that have helped her out in so many ways. We have a couple of angles that, by the way, sorry, that was the end of the main show. We have a couple of angles on the post show where Miwako Katsukawa, who was not on tonight's card, is fucking livid. She is livid with Zofia Yankovic and Thea Davis, just saying, you two have just screwed over one of my girls. I back up my girls. I made this group to prevent me and the people that I care about the most from getting screwed over by people like you. You two are prime examples of why Chicas Locas even exists. So you two will, ow, I punched my fucking keyboard by accident. Ow. And you two will be prime examples of what happens when you fuck with the Chicas. 53 for that angle, and we get a very similar angle where Shiori Japencha is just trying to calm down and relax. She is like very conflicted in her own head, it seems. She's just not like her arrogant self. Normally, in an event like this where she would, where some of her girls get a tag team title match after shenanigans, she is just like through the moon. She's excited and everything. She just looks kind of out of it, and things go from bad to worse as she is interrupted by Megumi and Yuma, who, say, look, Shiori, we know the games that you play, but me and Meg and me and Eri, we go through the proper channels. We earn title matches the way they're meant to be, and we come up short, and we take that in stride, and we come back even stronger. Shiori, you and Best Ever do nothing but shortcuts, and we are fucking sick of it. I have been busting my ass every fucking month trying to get me and Eri Sato those tag team championships just to walk into work and see you gift wrap your undeserving, talentless hacks of bodyguards tag team title matches. Shiori Japencha, I want to put an end to you and your shenanigans. So while your girls are booked in tag team title matches, I'm gonna prove what a real tag team looks like. As me and Megumi Nakajima, the Persian Queens, are gonna take on you and your pathetic, scrawny little underling, Asami Okubo, at the pay-per-view, 2-on-2. I didn't pre-book this one, so this one's getting pre-booked. Asami Okubo and Shiori Japencha have just been called out by the Persian Queens, Yuma and Megumi. Yuma, as she just said, has been trying so hard to get the tag team titles, and just seeing someone come in and take the shortest of shortcuts pisses her off to no end, so she is going to try to put an end to Shiori's antics at the pay-per-view. 59 for that, and we get a 55 to end the show as Killer Cass, Romy Yamato and Paige Croft are just seen walking out of the interview area. The camera was not in there. The interviews were all wrapped up. And the last interview that we had was with High Fly Royalty and Akira. But we get some extra footage as the camera is still left running, pointed at the door to the interview area, and we just see Paige Croft, Romy Yamato, and Killer Cass walk out, and the door stays open, and we see Akira, Machiko, and Yukiko all laid out, bruised and battered, knocked out cold on the floor. The Withering clearly made an example out of the Icon Idols at the press conference. 55 for the final angle, a 67 for the overall show. I double booked Nozomi. Whoops. How did that happen? Ah, I see how that happened. Nozomi was supposed to team with, Ayana was supposed to team with Rihanna. That's on me. That's on me. Shit happens. I'll double book Rihanna next show so she gets her reps in. So there's that. Financial report, we made $9,000. It's good. Good, sure. 36 in Hokkaido. Good stuff. That was surprisingly low, though. 9,000. We've been making like 10th. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Are we dealing with the oversaturation shit now? Oh, we're gonna have to run outside of our fucking region. Jesus Christ. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Remember how you know how I always say that I'm not good at the game, I just play it a lot? This is what I mean. I don't really do local to globals. I don't really grow companies. So going to medium, we're going to have some really strong growing pains in this save. As I'm pretty sure we're dealing with oversaturation now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's got to be what it was. 678. No, it was just we really didn't make a house. Okay, I lied. I thought it was oversaturation. I was completely lying. I think I just used too many people. My bad. Kicking off the back half of the Blackheart tour is another encounter between the Withering and Green Lockdown tonight. BLACKHEART Saitoh in her namesake tour, in her hometown advantage. She's had quite the advantage as she has won every single match that she's been in. Whether it's been against Green Lockdown or not, she has come out victorious. And tonight she's going to have another match against Green Lockdown, as it's going to be Etsuko and, oh, who is it? It's Etsuko, Chieko, Unstoppable Tai, and Zofia Yankovic versus Anti-Passion, Romy, and Sei. So Sei Akutagawa will also get her hands on Zofia Yankovic now that Zofia Yankovic is in the Triangle title match. And I actually ran out of time on tonight's show. So we have some pre-show matches that are Young Lion matches. This should be a fucking post-show match. Oh my lord. So that's going there. Does that mean I can cut? Oh, I might be able to move one of these to the main show. I need to cut 2 more minutes from something. So I'll cut it from the singles match. And yeah, we're going to make this a main show match. And yeah, that's going to be the opener. So Rihanna is not. So that's going here. Alright. So that's all good. Sorry, I realized that I wasn't sure if my angles were in the right order. Because I have a decent amount of angles here. Alright. Alright, cool. But yes, like I promised, Rihanna got snubbed on the last show by my mistake. Nozomi got double booked, so I have double booked Rihanna. Not as punishment, just because I want her to get work in. I made sure to make one of these matches a pre-show match, so that it wouldn't give me the ding of overuse. Hopefully, it shouldn't. So, yes, Rihanna and Aikira got a 47. The first actual show, holy fuck, Machiko got a 70 in a Young Lion match. High Fly Royalty defeat Ayano Katawaka and Sayo by Sotai with a 62 rated match. And the final match, oh, they don't have good chem. It's good to know. At least we got that out of the way. But even with bad chem, Killer Cass got a 52, so that's a good performance. The Witherings, Killer Cass, and Namigana defeat Mitsu and Nozomi. But Killer Cass, who is still very, very upset with losing that one match, she continues the beatdown here on Mitsu and Nozomi, causing Aikira, Machiko, and Yukiko to run out, make the save, fend Killer Cass off from these poor Young Lions, pissing Killer Cass off even more. She's punching the fucking railing, like, oh my god. She's punching the Tron. She is pissed. She walks to the back, and she's yelling something in English. We can't understand her. We're in Japan. But yeah, 52 for that segment. Aikira, Machiko, and Yukiko make the save. Our first non-Young Lion match sees a singles match between Rika Tsujimura and Queen Amazon. It goes 11 minutes and 32 seconds, and Rika gets the victory with the running knee bomb. This was our Steal the Show match. It did pretty well, 57 to kick things off. We have another 2 members of the Quad Squad taking on some foreigners as Down to the Mat defeat Lily and Rose. Kate Lily got a 57. Really good stuff. Hana Ajibana was off her game. Really bad stuff. But yes, Down to the Match defeat Lily and Rose in 11 minutes and 40 seconds when Hana Ajibana pins Kate Lily with the head to the mat. And afterwards, Hana and Hoshiko try to shake Debbie, Rose, and Kate Lily's hands. They bow and they shove their arms out. They hold their arms out. Debbie and Kate look at their hands, they look at each other, and they flip off the quad squad. They flip off down to the mat before walking away. Hana and Hoshiko are a little taken aback, and they're not too happy with Debbie and Kate after that one. Our following contest sees La Hija del Diablo and Otsune Sumura taking on Monster Ishimura and Sayuri Honda. I haven't really had time to continue some of the feuds. Like, I've been neglecting this one and the Maki and Hash match, but I had other matches that need to be pre-booked, so we are advancing the storyline here. Monster gets another victory over Otsune, beating after Sayuri Honda pinned La Hija del Diablo with the Northern Lights suplex. 61 rated match. Monster Ishimura had a good performance. Overall, good little match here. A 77 for our semi-main as Yu Hashimoto teams up with Miwako and Amiko to take on Green Lockdown's Thea Davis, Maki Yoshifumi, and Toku Kijimura. Yu Hashimoto wanted to get her hands on Maki. Miwako's been wanting to get her hands on Thea and Toku after what Thea did, screwing over, well, not exactly screwing her over yet, but making the All-Asian match a Triangle Championship match, making Lady Lotus's life harder. So, Miwako wants to cost her and make her life harder, beating her and her partners in 1448 when Miwako hit the Katsukawa bomb on Toku Kijimura, and she afterwards says, "Thea Davis, you are pathetic. You had so much potential. At the end of the year, at the end of the last year, me and you, we had the greatest match in 5SSW history. You almost upset everybody, shocked the world, beat me on one of the biggest stages in 5SW, and what the fuck have you done since? What have you done since but play second fiddle to your own tag team partner who isn't nearly as big of a name as you are, and you are out here doing petty jobs, making life harder for my girls. It's not over, Thea. You want to fight so bad, you want to start shit so bad. At the pay-per-view, you bring the termination. I still haven't forgiven them. They were supposed to be in this fight with us. Instead, they got all jealous with Hana and Hoshiko and Rika and Rina, and they went to greener pastures, pun intended. And how the fuck has that worked out for them? How has that worked out for them? This is how you guys operate. You get the matches that you want, and then only Etsuko can actually capitalize. Only Etsuko can actually make anything of herself. Only Etsuko and Zofia Yankovic are actual fucking competitors in your pathetic little faction. Thea, bring the termination. I'm bringing Maya and Miko facing you at Blackheart's champion. 73 for that segment, calling out Thea Davis. And our main event sees Blackheart Saitoh continuing her undefeated streak here in her own tour shows as she defeats Green Lockdown's Etsuko, Chieko, Unstoppable Tai, and Zofia Yankovic in 1737, hitting the Flying Tiger knee on Chieko Kita once again to get the victory. Sei Akutagawa also was able to get her hands on Zofia Yankovic for the first time, and the story of that being that they didn't do too much against each other. Let's say that they did a lot of chain wrestling, and it's just Sei Akutagawa always came out with the advantage on Zofia Yankovic. Zofia Yankovic seems to thrive on the chaos of triangle matches, but when you get her one-on-one, she's still a little rough around the edges. So a 69 overall rating for the final match. Our final angle on the main show sees Blackheart Saitoh standing over Etsuko saying, 5 shows, 5 victories. Etsuko, you're going into the World Series in Yankee Stadium. You're playing the New York Yankees in their hometown. That's what you're doing. The equivalent of it. You're coming into my pay-per-view. You're coming into Blackheart's champion as the world champion. And you're going to be coming out of it with a completely losing record. I am unstoppable, Etsuko. Green Lockdown cannot contain me. If you guys lock people down, then I have jailbroken and I have overtaken. That title is coming home to Tomoko, and there is nothing you can do about it. 61 for that segment. We have, of course, some post-show press conference angles. The first one being the members of the Quad Squad say that they will not take disrespect from anybody, let alone a bunch of foreign assholes who think they know better, who think they're better than us because what? They worked for Queens of American Wrestling? Newsflash, you're now working in the biggest women's promotion in the world. That's right, no one is bigger than 5-Star Supreme Wrestling. You come in, you are gifted a chance in our home company, and you treat us with disrespect. We will treat you with the hospitality, the same hospitality that I almost said the craziest line. I'm not gonna hold. I almost said we're gonna treat you like predators in jail. That's a bit too far. But you know, an equivalent statement to that. Just down to the mat, and Rick Arena are not happy with the disrespect that they were shown by the foreigners here tonight. 47 for that angle. The next one sees Sei and Sophia going face to face, and Sei Akutagawa says, Sophia, you and Green Lockdown are really great at working the system, getting what you want, but when push comes to shove, you come up short. I proved in that match tonight that you rely on chaos to retain your Triangle Championship. But the thing about relying on chaos is you can never contain it. True chaos can be capitalized on, but true chaos cannot be contained and controlled. You have created a chaotic match for my championship, and you are not going to be in control. I'm going to be in control. I'm going to control you. I'm going to put your head through the fucking turnbuckle if you try anything. Sophia, you are not going to be a dual champion. You will be anything but the All-Asian champion. I don't know what that means, but you won't be it. 53 for Thea Davis and the termination, just cutting a quick promo like, look, Miwako, I get where your heart's at. I know you think you're better than me. You beat me at Final Attack. Big whoop. Here's the thing, Miwako. Ever since that match at Final Attack, I had a bit of an internal epiphany, okay? The reason I came up short was not because I was not as good of a wrestler as you. It was because I was allowing you to win. I didn't let you win per se, but I didn't have the mindset that I have now. Ever since I lost to you, I've realized I need to do whatever it takes to win. Miwako, you don't do whatever it takes to win. You're just a naturally gifted wrestler. However, your ego's gonna get the better of you at the pay-per-view, because Green Lockdown do whatever it takes to win, and that's not changing in our trios match. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win. 53, what does that mean? I guess we'll find out. And our final angle sees, it's a very similar angle. The camera is outside of the interview area. Killer Cass, Paige Croft, and Romy Yamato look to go in. Machiko, Yukiko, and Akira were once again the final interviewers. They look to go in, and they look to jump. But the second that Romy Yamato opens the door, she is met with a buzzsaw kick from Eri Sato. Eri Sato was ready, and she was waiting for her girls to be ambushed by the Withering, and a full-on brawl breaks out. The Icon Idols have the advantage. Killer Cass and Romy Yamato retreat. Paige Croft stays her ground. She stays on the ground, or stays her ground on the ground. She is laid out, and Eri Sato says, Paige, you want to fight? You're gonna fight. But this sneak attack shit isn't gonna work when we know it's coming. So at the pay-per-view, Akira wants a chance to fight you. Machiko wants a chance to fight Romy, and I want a chance to make a statement for myself that I am an enforcer in Icon Idols. I'm not just another member of Icon Idols. I'm one of the best. I'm one of the top names in this company, and I'm gonna carry the group to victory in a 3v3. Me, Mach, and Kira versus you, Romy, and Cass at the pay-per-view. Book it. 51 for that. That is how we end the show, and we only have one more tour show before the pay-per-view. 63 for the overall show. $13,000 profit. Yeah, I think I just used too many people on the last show. I was convinced it was oversaturation. That's what I like to call a hallucination. The Blackheart Tour is coming to an end tonight. The final tour day. Can Tomoko Blackheart Saitoh finish out her namesake tour dates with all victories, as there is a monster 5v5 main event, as we have Blackheart, Paige, Shiori, Selena, and Talia taking on Etsuko, Megumi, Eri. Oh, I was doing so well. Etsuko, Megumi, Eri, Higa, and Jemi. Big 5v5 main event on tonight's tour show. But we kick off the show. I forgot to check this. Zofia, that's fine. We kick off to the tour show with a 3v3 Young Lion match as Otsun, La Hija del Diablo, and Asami Okubo defeat Mitsu, Ayano, and Nozomi. 54 rated match. Asami got the victory, submits Nozomi with the Judo Choke Sleeper. The other Young Lion match sees Rihanna and Sayo lose to High Fly Royalty in a 58 rated match. Good stuff. We kick off the show. I had 12 minutes. I'm like, I don't want to book Yuma for only 12 minutes. I don't want to book Hash for only 12 minutes. I saw Akira and Sayuri Honda, and I'm like, these two are both Young Lions when we started the save. I wonder what they can do if I just give them time. Here we go. They got a perfect rating. They got a 64. But yes, Akira got the victory here because she is the one in a storyline. So she gets the victory tonight, defeating Sayuri Honda in this just throwaway match. 10 minutes and 22 seconds. Good performance from Sayuri. Sayuri is the better wrestler, as we know. Akira's got the storyline, so she's getting the victory tonight. The following contest sees the Quad Squads, Rika, Hana, and Hoshiko defeating Queen Amazon, Lily, and Rose in 10 minutes and 47 seconds. Hoshiko Tagawa submits Queen Amazon with the rolling leg lock in 6, gets a 67. And the Quad Squad, Hoshiko, Hana, and Rika, they give the foreigners another chance to prove themselves. They bow, they offer their hands out, and Queen Amazon slaps hers away. She says, this is fucking, you're patronizing us or whatever. And the Quad Squad, they look at each other and they nod. And then coming from behind with her fucking chronic shoulder pain comes Rina Kasahara. And they fucking kick the shit out of the foreigners. And they say, you do not come into our house and shit on our floor. You do not come into our fridge and eat our good food. You do not come into our wrestling company and disrespect us. You have disrespected us one too many times. You've disrespected us one time, which is in fact one too many times. You want to come in and fuck with the meanest and toughest four-person group in the history of professional wrestling, then you will get to face the meanest and toughest four-person group in professional wrestling history. Debbie Rose, Kate Lilly, Queen Amazon, and Queen Amazon, your shitty tag team partner, La Hija del Diablo. You will get a pay-per-view match at Blackheart's Champion, but it will be a pay-per-view slaughter as you take on the Quad Squad. 60 rated segment there. A fucking, oh shit, 73 as Maya and Amiko Miyoshi defeat Determination ahead of the trios match between Maya, Miko, and Miwako. And they're going to take on Determination and Thea Davis. Maya and Miko get the victory going into it as Maya submits Unstoppable Tai with the triangle choke in a great rated 73. And I realized we had a triangle match coming up. Maybe not for the Triangle Championship, but we have a triangle match coming up. And so we're doing my favorite thing, a 2v2v2 to build to it. As Miwako Katsukawa teams with Lady Lotus, Seiya Tagawa teams with Romi Yamato, and they lose to the Rose Queens. Zofia Yankovic said that she relies on chaos. She said, Seiya Tagawa said that, oh, you rely on chaos, but you can't control it. Here we are, a three-way, and Zofia Yankovic wins. And she has a little moment here where she stands with both titles, holding both of them, celebrating with them before dropping the All-Asian title and walking off. Just a quick moment of, oh shit, Zofia Yankovic might just steal the All-Asian Championship. And our main event gets a 70, as yes, Blackheart Saitoh is able to do it. 6 tour dates, 6 matches, 6 victories. Blackheart Saitoh goes in to the final, the pay-per-view, with all the momentum in the world. Etsuko Arihyoshi is reeling. She is pinned by Blackheart Saitoh with the Flying Tiger Knee to end the main show. This gets a 70. And we have 2 post-show press conferences. The first is just a triangle promo here as Zofia Yankovic says, say, You were talking a big fucking game, right? Talking a big, oh, I can't control chaos. What happened tonight? And Say's like, that proved absolutely nothing. That proved absolutely nothing. That was 6 women, 1 ring, no tags in a tag team match. That was chaos, and you just happened to reap the benefits. And she's like, well, if I reaped the benefits and I didn't control it, how come I got the victory and not Thea? And Lady Lois says, that's because Thea Davis carries you to everything. Thea Davis probably could have gotten the victory if she didn't let you get the pinfall. Alright? You notice how you didn't pin me, Zofia? You notice how you always talk about how you're better than me, and you've beaten me, and yet every time we faced in a triangle match, you don't beat me, and Zofia says it doesn't fucking matter if I pin you or tap you out as long as I win, which I've done. Just a lot of bickering between these 3. And then the final angle we have is Etsuko being interviewed. She's asked, Blackheart Saitoh, 6 wins in 6 days, all under her namesake. What is your game plan going into the pay-per-view that is named after her? And Etsuko says, look, I'm gonna be honest, I'm usually, like, super confident and all that, but, she's unstoppable. She is a different beast. I mean, like, I know I've defied the odds. I put my mind to stuff. I won the 1 shot, and then I eventually beat Miwaka for this world title, but, like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to beat Blackheart. And then Chieko Kikita comes stomping in, and she's like, Etsuko, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, you don't know if you have what it takes. You're doubting yourself. You're letting this emo fuck get in your head. You're letting, miss too much eye makeup get in your head. Etsuko, you don't spend 50 minutes in front of the mirror making sure your eye black looks right before you go out for your match. No. You go out there and you win. You wrestle in a green beanie half the time and you win. You are the 5 SSW World Champion. It doesn't fucking matter that you're about to walk in to Yankee Stadium in the World Series as the away team. Because you know what happened last time the Yankees were the home team? They got their ass kicked. That's what's gonna happen. You are the better player. You are better than Blackheart. Blackheart relies on mind games and gimmicks. She has turned into the person that she fought against. She let people get in her head, and she has been poisoned by the well, and she is trying to do the same to you. Etsuko, lock down your mind and lock down your body. You are 5 times the wrestler than Tomoko Saito will ever be. You're 5 times the submission specialist, and you're 20 times the champion that she has ever been. Your 2 months so far of a title reign that you've had has toppled the 3 different reigns that she has had as the world champion. Etsuko, you've fucking got this. And Etsuko says, you know what? You're goddamn right. 6 wins don't mean shit unless you win the big one. And Tomoko, you will never win the big one. You're going in to your home city, not your home city, you're going in to your home field advantage of a pay-per-view, and you're going to go home empty-handed. Saito, this tour didn't mean shit because at the end of the day, my world title reign is just getting started. 57 rated segment. That is the final tour show that we had. 65 overall show. $12,000 gate. And that is why I don't like the look of this. I don't like the look of that. And that does it for the tour show. So let's get into the first, possibly only ever edition of 5SSW's Blackheart's Champion. Pay-per-view time. Blackheart's Champion, the first edition of Blackheart's Champion. Who knows if we'll bring it back? Whether we do or not, will really depend on what happens in the main event, as Blackheart Saitoh will get her chance at the World Championship. I will run down the card quickly. Obviously, if you made it this far, you know the builds, so I'm not going to go through the builds. Just quick rundown of the card. Opening the show, we've got Otsun versus Monster in Otsun Sumura's retirement match. We have the Quad Squad taking on Lillian Rose and the Queens of the Damned. A trios match between Icon Idols Eri, Mach, and Kira versus the Witherings, Paige Romy, and Killer Cass. We then have the tag match. Yes, the tag match between Asami Okubo and Shiori Japensha versus the Persian Queens. The All-Asian Championship in a triangle match between Zofia Yankovic, Lady Lotus, and the champion Sei Akutagawa. Another trios match as Green Lockdown's Thea Davis and the Termination take on Chicas Locas, Miwako, Maya, and Miko Miyoshi. The following contest was Maki Yoshifumi versus Yu Hashimoto. Yes, I'm doing it third to last. Maki's gotten a lot better since the last time we ran this match, so I'm trusting her. I'm giving her a little trust. We're main event spotlight, so if it goes poorly, it's not a huge deal, but I want to give her a chance to prove herself again. Especially with how much of a pain in the ass she is, I'd really love her to pull her weight. Our semi-main sees the greatest tag team of all time, Birds of Prey, defend their titles against the Uprising. And then, of course, the main event, World Championship, Challenger and J-Grand Prix winner Blackheart Saitoh versus champion, one-shot winner Etsuko Arihyoshi. And one more thing before we get into the pay-per-view, I did make a couple upgrades. As you can see, we're down $13,000. That is because I've upgraded. We had 3 in the red. We had production, production, broadcast, and music qualities were all in the red. I upped all 3 of them by 1. Production values is now level 4. Broadcast quality is now level 4. As you will see, our old fees were $3,000 with a $2,500 night show fee. Now it is $7,500 a month, just in general. And the next month, $75,000 a month. We're going to hold off a little bit. And the same thing for music. It's $25,000 a month. We were paying $10,000 a month. It will now be $50,000. Again, just going to hold off for a little bit before I let loose on that upgrade. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into Blackheart's champion. Also, let's not get, our homegrown guy, where is he? No, oh no, I forgot his name. Oh shit, oh god, no. Oh no, he did such good work for us. It was like an Oh, here he is. Iwamoto. He got poached from us. Today is our first pay-per-view without him. Last tour show was our first tour show without him. We fucking hired this dude. We turned him from a 73 to an 81, and then Burning Hammer just comes in and fucking steals him. So we gotta make a new guy. Udimaro, tonight's your night. Your big moment, Udimaro. Let's see if you can produce. But, finally now, let's get into the pay-per-view, and we kick off with Otsun. Right, yes, Rina is injured. We kick off with Otsun's retirement match, and kicking off the show in a 55 rated match, one final time, Otsun Sumura takes the ring, and in typical Japanese Puro fashion, she leaves the business on her back, as after 10 minutes and 30 seconds, Monster Ishimura hits the running butt avalanche to get the victory on Otsun Sumura. Got the show off to a strong start. Really fun opening match. Monster was able to retire Otsun. She did not murder her as intended. She showed mercy. And after the match was said and done, just a heartwarming moment. We send out Devil, we send out Kit, we send out Ogiwara, just to give Otsun one final send-off. Again, just in lore, she was never a huge name, she was never a world champion, but she spent the majority of her career in 5SSW, building her name. She left at the very end of her career to just work the indies, and we bring her back for one final show, give her one big send-off with the big three, the current big three of 5SSW management. 52 rated angle. This wasn't for the rating, this was for the story. Give Otsun her final send-off. Everyone, clap for Otsun. Yes, so that does it. 52 rated segment, and the show continues with the Quad Squad making a fucking example out of the foreigners who showed absolutely no respect. They came into 5SSW, showed the Quad Squad disrespect, and the Quad Squad showed them what the bottom of a shoe tastes like. And after 11 minutes and 41 seconds, Hoshiko Tagawa submits La Hija del Diablo with the rolling leg lock. This was our Steal the Show match. Hoshiko Tagawa got a 73. Good overall rating here. The Quad Squad come out on top. Kate Lily got a 52. That's nice. And Rena had an injury, and she still got a 49. So that's fucking incredible. Alright, the following contest, the first sight of the Withering here on the Withering's very own pay-per-view, as Paige, Romy, and Killer Cast take on the Icon Idols. Aries said she wanted to prove in this match that she could lead her own group. She's not just a member of Icon Idols, she's one of the key current members of Icon Idols. She brings everybody else up with her, and she proves her point tonight in a 71 rated match. The Icon Idols get the victory as Aries Saitoh hits Paige Croft with the buzzsaw kick. Yuma Maruya's right-hand man kicks Blackheart Saito's right-hand man's head right off of her right hand and shoulders. Gets the victory. 71 rated match. Aries Saitoh had the performance of the match. Akira got a 50, so, you know, development from Akira. But yes, the Withering's Night of Blackheart's champion gets off to a bad start as the Withering lose to Akira, Machiko Matsuda, and Aries Saitoh. And the show continues with the Persian Queens and Shiori and Asami Okubo. Shiori, the Uprising asks Shiori to bring the bullshit, and Shiori brings the bullshit in her own match, as the match ends with Asami Okubo Shiori's in the ring. Megumi looks to hit the Nakajima straitjacket. Asami Okubo tries to run in with a weapon, but Yuma cuts her off at the last second. Megumi hits the Nakajima straitjacket, gets the pinfall victory. The Best Ever Girls tried to cheat, but they came up short. The Persian Queens, the better team tonight, thwarting Asami and Shiori in spite of the fact that they were using underhanded tactics. The Persian Queens get the victory. In a 79 rated match. Megumi and Shiori did the best in the match. Yuma still pulling 70s in her old age, winning Female Veteran of the Year every fucking year, and she's still pulling in 70s, so that's great. Asami with a 62 as well was great. But, yes, so after the match, the Persian Queens are celebrating in the ring, and outside of the ring, Shiori Japensha is looking right at Asami Okubo, and she's fucking yelling something. Yuma and Megumi are, like, they're on the corners, they're not listening, and then we start to get the cameras closer, and Shiori says, "You do not let them disrespect us like that. They're trying to put an end to everything that we stand for, everything that we fight for, every way that we win. They are trying to shut us down. Asami, remember how you stabbed your tag team partner in the back? I want you to stab them twice as hard. She's got a steel chair in her hand. She says, use this fucking chair and lay them out. And Asami's just looking at her like, dude, I don't want to do this, man. They beat us fair. I don't want to start more shit. I don't want to keep this shit going. They won tonight. Can't we just? And Shiori's like, no. Show them who's boss. And Asami, she goes into the ring. Yuma and Megumi do not turn their backs. Asami's looking, she's hesitating. She doesn't want to swing this chair. Shiori, she goes into the ring and she's looking, she's pointing. She doesn't say a word because that would get the attention of Megumi and Yuma. And she's just looking like, swing that fucking chair. She's pointing it. Hit them in the back of the head. Hit them. Lay them down. Beat them up. And Asami, she does a big wind up and she cracks it right on the back of Megumi Nakajima, laying out Megumi. Yuma, she's stunned. She's like, what the fuck? And then Asami hits Yuma right in the head with a chair, and Shiori's cheering her on, and she's yelling, more, more, and Asami keeps wailing and wailing. Even though she didn't want to do it, she's doing it. She does not want the repercussions of Shiori Japensha. At the demand of Shiori, she lays out the Persian Queens brutally with a chair, despite the fact she really didn't want to escalate the situation here. 62 rated segment. Asami Okubo worked the crowd well. Good for her. Alright, the upcoming match, All Asian Championship in a triangle match. Lady Lotus, Zofia Jankovic, Sei Akutagawa. This match I had go in, I think 22 minutes, maybe just 20. I don't know, it doesn't matter, it was over 20. But yes, the story of the match is simply exactly what Sei Akutagawa said it would be. It is complete chaos. Once one person gets control, then the third person in the match gets into the ring and they take control themselves, and then person number 2 comes in and they take control themselves. But it all comes to a head when Sei Akutagawa has Lady Lotus right where she wants her, up on the top rope looking for a superplex. Lady Lotus pushes her off, hits her diving splash, and then Zofia Jankovic runs in, goes to pin Sei Akutagawa. 1, 2, but then Sei rolls her up, rolls her out of the, not rolls her up, but she goes for the pin, rolls into it, rolls out of it, hits her right with a Northern Lights bomb. 1, 2, 3. Zofia Jankovic almost stole the All Asian Championship, but Sei Akutagawa came out on top, making defense number 4 of the championship. Zofia Jankovic almost came in and came out with 2 championships, but it came up short, and Lady Lotus and Zofia are both stunned at what happened. Zofia almost stole the match from Lady Lotus. Lady Lotus wasn't able to break up the pin in time, and Sei was able to get the victory. Both of those women are stunned, but Sei Akutagawa is confronted by an old friend, Monster Ishimura. And Monster Ishimura says this whole thing started because Lady Lotus beat you in the J-Grand Prix, Sei. But guess what? She wasn't the only one. In fact, not many people beat you in the Grand Prix. In fact, I can count on one hand how many people beat you. There was 1 and there was 2. There was Lady Lotus and there was Monster Ishimura. And now that I'm done taking care of Otsun Sumura, it's time I take care of you. I started off 2022 as the longest reigning All Asian Champion of all time. Maya beat me for it, and my career has went in a spiral ever since. I've failed and failed to regain my footing over the years, but finally, I can confidently say my career is where it needs to be. My career is done spinning, and I can see clearly. I am the most trusted member of Apex. I am the most feared member of Apex, and I am coming for that fucking All Asian Championship. I'm gonna get my belt back, and at the following pay-per-view at Hall of Fame, it's gonna be me versus you, Sei. I've wanted to beat the shit out of you for so long. The arrogance, the egoism oozing out of you and Romy Yamato every single day I saw it, and I couldn't do anything about it because Fuyuko told me nothing. Fuyuko told me no, not yet. They're a part of the team. Now you're not part of the team, and I'm going to banish your entire existence to hell at Hall of Fame when I take the All Asian Championship back, and I double my fucking reign. I had it for 500 days. I'm gonna have it for a fucking 1,000. Sei, I cannot wait to finally end this nightmare of a reign that the All Asian Championship is held under. And that is the first match that we have pre-booked for Hall of Fame. Monster Ishimura, Sei Akutagawa, former stablemates, going head-to-head for the All Asian Championship. Up next is the trios match. Thea Davis talked a big game about doing whatever it takes, and Miwako just doesn't do that anymore. And ever since she lost to Miwako in the greatest match in 5SSW history, she says she'll do whatever it takes to win. And what does that mean? That means that she is going to use a handful of tights. That's right. Thea Davis cheats to win. Chicas Locas lose tonight. Thea Davis cheats to win. The match got a 69 because nobody liked the finish of this match. That's why it was going on so early. But after 21 minutes and 48 seconds, Thea Davis pins Amiko Miyoshi with a handful of tights. Maya got an 85 because she's fucking awesome. Miwako is also awesome and got an 82. Thea Davis got a 70. Amiko got a 72. Holy fuck. But yes, after the match, Thea just begins to taunt the Chicas, just like, look, you don't have the guts to do whatever it takes to win. That's why Green Lockdown have the World Championship. That's why Green Lockdown have the Triangle Championship. That's why Lady Lotus can't beat Zofia Jankovic. That's why you can't beat Etsuko Arihyoshi, because we do what it takes. You have lost your edge, Miwako Katsukawa. You have lost your edge. Monster Ishimura might have seen things clearly, but you've lost your edge. You're no longer the world champion. If we ever had a rematch, I would beat you so easily. And Miwako looks right at her and says, using a handful of tights is not only not beating me, it isn't gonna fucking work again, Thea Davis. You've used the one card in your playbook, the only new card that you have in your deck. You used it, and I will find that, and I will adapt, and you will never beat me. You win tonight, Thea. Congratulations. Let me get on my knees and fucking bow to the Royal Highness of Thea Davis. Have fun enjoying it, because this is the last time you ever get a victory over me. 68. For that promo. Third from the final match, Yu Hashimoto, Maki Yoshifumi. Yu Hashimoto has been on a mission to tear down Green Lockdown, and Maki Yoshifumi is trying to stop her former tag team partner from tearing down the group that she has helped build. Yu Hashimoto is tired of the disrespect, and the presumable teardown of Green Lockdown continues, as after 23 minutes and 1 second, Yu Hashimoto once again defeats Maki Yoshifumi with the end game. Yu Hashimoto gets a 72. I'm a little disappointed by that, not gonna lie. She does a lot better on tour shows, but I guess shit happens. Maki was also off her game in the match that I specifically said, this is Maki's chance to prove her worth. She was off her game. So, there's that. 72 rated segment. The match did great. Yu Hashimoto says that, Maki, you have fallen. Chieko Kita has fallen. Thea Davis has fallen. Etsuko will fall. All of you will fall, and then she is ambushed from behind by the Termination, who are fresh off of a victory alongside Thea Davis. They have heard enough from Yu Hashimoto, and they interrupt her promo by beating her down from behind. The Termination also not wanting Yu Hashimoto to tear down everything Green Lockdown has built, as they beat her down. Just straight up chuck her down. Yeah. So, 53 for this segment. Yu Hashimoto versus Green Lockdown story will continue. Up next, 5 SSW Tag Team Championships are up for grabs. Birds of Prey, The Uprising. Hopefully it cooks. So, yes, the story of this match is that The Uprising, they said, Shiori, we just need your help getting the match, and then we can handle it. We will do the dirty work. And despite the fact that during the entire tour, it really seemed like Birds of Prey were the superior team, with the lights at the brightest, this is the thing about The Uprising. I run the story of like, oh, when the lights are the brightest, we fail. I run that story a lot. The Uprising are the exact opposite. When the lights are the brightest, they execute, and they take Birds of Prey to the absolute limit. But it was not enough. And in an 85 rated match, the Birds of Prey still remain your 5 SSW Tag Team Champions. It is hard. It is going to be so hard to defeat the Birds of Prey, because even though the Uprising came this close, they came up short, as Fuyuko Higa pinned Salinas Valette in 24 minutes and 9 seconds with the Death from Above. The Birds of Prey make defense number 6 of the 5 SSW Tag Team Championships. Fuyuko Higa got a 91. So, there's that. I just realized, I think I forgot to turn off Spinal Impact moves. Oh, fuck. This could have been such a great match. Alright. Well, at least I remembered before the main event. Shit happens. I had a reminder and everything, and I forgot about it. Damn. Nobody slandered Jemmy. This one's on me. This one's on me. Everybody slander me, please. Jemmy does great without spinal impact moves being banned. But after the match, after another incredible defense... By the way, sorry. Cutting myself off. An 85 with spinal impact moves being banned is fucking out of this world. Okay, that's enough. After another successful defense in an incredible match, the Birds of Prey are then confronted by the Quad Squad. The Quad Squad say that they come in every single tour, every single show. They come in and they wreck house. But there are no 4-woman tag team championships. They are the greatest 4-woman group in the history of 5SSW. But on paper, what have they done? Birds of Prey are probably undoubtedly the greatest group, the greatest tag team in 5SSW right now. But what's gonna happen when they gotta take on the toughest team in 5SSW? If they gotta take on Down to the Mat, if they gotta take on Ricarina, they might just fall. So the Quad Squad come out. They don't make a challenge, but they definitely send a message to the tag team champions. 66 rated segment. I am double checking my spinal impact moves because I am scared. Okay, they are banned. All right, main event. I guess we'll chill here. Main event. Blackheart champion, her own pay-per-view. She comes in, she takes on Etsuko Arihyoshi. It seemed like she had gotten under the skin of Etsuko. The whole 6 matches, 6 wins, really got into Etsuko's head. But then Chieko Kita came around. Even though they're not allowed to team anymore, that pep talk lit a fire under Etsuko. And we kick off this main event with the fucking, I don't remember who's in it, but that one Pride fight with, I think it's Don Fight and that one Japanese dude, where the fucking trading blows, we trade blows, we kick off trading blows, and then they spill outside, and they both stand up, and then they continue to trade blows, and they keep going, and they're fucking, this match goes 26 minutes, near fall after near fall, Arihyoshi lockdown, rope break, Blackheart Saitoh goes for a finisher. It's counted at the last second. What is Heart Saito's finisher? So I can call this finish. It is, how do I see it? I used to be able to, oh, it's its own button now. It's not here. It's in, moveset. Here we go. Her finisher is the Flying Tiger Knee. I actually knew that. So yes, Flying Tiger Knee going for, and she dodges it. And eventually, after 26 minutes, Etsuko Arihyoshi, she locks in the Arihyoshi lockdown, which is, we might as well check what it is while we're here. Alter moveset, the Arihyoshi lockdown is what? It won't tell me, will it? No, I have to... Abdominal stretch, inverted sleeper combo. Alright, she locks in the Arihyoshi lockdown in the center of the ring. Blackheart Saito's got nowhere to go. She's reaching, she's trying to call, but every time she starts to crawl, Etsuko rolls right back to the center of the ring, and then she starts to fade, and her arm drops. And the referee lifts it up, and it drops, but she picks it up at the last second. She's still got a fight, and she's reaching for the ropes once again. And Etsuko, she rolls and yanks her to the middle, but she rolls a little too hard, and Blackheart breaks free. Etsuko gets to her feet, but's immediately caught with a super kick. She's stumbling. I'm imagining the Flying Tiger Knee is what? It's like it's a top rope knee strike, right? It's, what is it? The Flying Tiger Knee is... Oh, that's an armbar. Running corner knee strike. So she's clipped. Etsuko was clipped. She's stumbling. She goes for a punch. Blackheart catches her arm. Irish whip into the corner, and she goes for the Flying Tiger Knee, but Etsuko, she catches it, switches it right back into the Arihyoshi lockdown, and Blackheart Saitoh taps out. Etsuko Arihyoshi wins, crawls out of Blackheart's champion, retains her world championship in a 94 rated match. The finish was a success. Etsuko with an 85, and Blackheart falls short at the finish line. She went through the Grand Prix. She almost did it, but Etsuko retains. countering the flying tiger knee with the Arihyoshi lockdown into a submission. 25 minutes and 36 seconds. Etsuko makes defense number 2 of the 5SSW World Championship. And we end the show with a celebration between Etsuko and Chieko. Chieko comes out. She gives a big hug to her tag partner Etsuko, being able to overcome Blackheart and the antics of the Withering. And Blackheart is outside of the ring and she's consoled by Paige Croft. And Blackheart, she looks into the ring and she mouths, "This isn't over. This isn't over," and they walk away. But Etsuko retains tonight. 73 rated celebration for the final angle of the night. The show overall gets an 89 with the production values. Go fuck yourself, production values. You can't see it, but I have both of my middle fingers pointed at each one of those production values, fucking hissing at me. Fuck off. 89 rated show. I mean, Fuyuko Higa, right? Like, Jesus Christ. And then Etsuko. And let's go Blackheart. Blackheart was in that main event. 94 rated main event. This just goes to show you. Just goes to show you. You gotta let me cook. Oh my god, we're over in Hokkaido. Oh, fuck. We gotta do a media scrum. Oh, Lord help me. Oh, it's gonna talk about Maki being out. I swear to God, if one of these fucking questions is Maki Yoshifumi was off her game. Oh, okay. I like this. I like this question. I like this question. Honestly, it was okay, but I think we could still do better. Go fuck yourself. Let's see. Yeah, whole roster should be proud. Yeah. Maya is noticeably extremely happy. Uh-huh. How much do I take credit for this? I feel like if I say she's a favorite, that's gonna piss a bunch of people off. Chandler in the chat, thank you for trying to help. But if I fuck up, I want to fuck up. So I'm going to minimize the chat for a second. You can still talk, and then I'll see how shitty I did afterwards. I work hard to create a... It just goes to show you how great life in 5SSW is. The CEO of Boathog is Kikawa. You know, personally, I can't stand... No, yeah, fuck you. You just stole my announcer from me. No. Seems from the outside he's doing a good job. Looking at the big stars in 5SSW, not a single one is under the age of 30. Surely this must worry you. What happens when the current generation starts to... Are you watching the fucking show? Did you not see? Alright. Let's see. We've got plenty of young talent. It's up for them to yeah. Oh my Jesus Christ. I knew this was coming. Give her a break. The CEO of Pride is Nobuatsu. I don't know him. Okay, there was that. Let's see how railed I'll get in the chat. Let's see. I aim to bring in and develop a whole generation. I don't know. I didn't trust that. I was scared that if I picked that one, they would be like, the rest of the roster would be like, what the fuck? But yeah, 94. Etsuko Arihyoshi has definitely earned her keep, I would say. Definitely, I'm gonna be completely honest. I was worried about taking the title off of Miwako. I know she's one of my personal favorites in general. However, she was giving me insanely good ratings, but it felt like it was finally time to take the title off of her. And I'm not saying I didn't have faith in Etsuko. I was just worried that maybe she won't be able to produce to the extent of Miwako. And that is in part why Birds of Prey are the current tag team champions, because I'm like, if Etsuko bombs, I don't want her to lose the title super quick. So we'll have the tag team main event. However, Etsuko has absolutely proven me wrong. Not even wrong, just has blown all my expectations out the water, is what I should say. She has absolutely earned her keep. She is incredible. And, yeah, it takes two to tango. Even though Blackheart got a 74, the match got a 94. Gemi Onishi and Fuyuko Higa in the Uprising getting an 85 with Spinal Impact moves is also hilarious. So, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, what a great show. Also, I agree. This is criminal. Miwako alone brought this belt up to a fucking 90, but shit happens. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed Blackheart's champion. And even though the fan favorite Blackheart Saitoh, the fan favorite heel, did not win the world title, hopefully you all come back for the next episode of 5SSW where we start where we continue the year on with 5SSW's Hall of Fame.